Buckle up for a high-octane thrill ride through the corridors of power and the shadows of international crime that's got the world on edge. President Donald Trump is unleashing a relentless blitzkrieg against the Sinaloa Cartel, with Chinese puppet masters scrambling as their fentanyl empire crumbles under military strikes and economic warfare, while in a dramatic escalation, he's priming a sanctions sledgehammer on Russia to force Vladimir Putin's hand and end the bloody Ukraine quagmire, before it spirals into World War III. On September 9, 2025, fresh intel reveals Trump's maximum pressure campaign has cartel bosses in panic mode, from bombed vessels to severed money pipelines, exposing Beijing's sinister role in America's opioid apocalypse. Meanwhile, Putin's massive 800 drone assault on Kyiv has Trump vowing to choke Russia's oil cache from China and India, dragging the Kremlin to the negotiating table or facing total isolation. This isn't just breaking news. It's a pulse-pounding saga of bold leadership, cartel carnage, and geopolitical chess that'll keep you riveted until the final, game-changing revelation. Welcome to the Zone Media Network. I'm your host Griffin, and let's dive straight into this explosive double feature. You won't want to miss a single twist that could reshape the world. Let's start with the cartel chaos that's sending shockwaves through Mexico's underworld and straight to Beijing's backrooms. President Trump, hitting the ground running in his second term, has flipped the script on the drug lords who've been terrorizing American streets for decades, and the Sinaloa Cartel, the infamous kingpins behind El Chapo, is feeling the heat like never before. Just this week, U.S. forces obliterated a Sinaloa vessel loaded with fentanyl precursors from Venezuela, vaporizing 11 cartel operatives in a precision strike that wasn't just a raid, it was a declaration of total war. This operation, part of Trump's maximum pressure doctrine, is dismantling the cartels piece by piece, and to unpack the bigger picture, I brought in Peter Schweitzer from the Government Accountability Institute. Full disclosure, I collaborate with him on key projects. Peter's book Blood Money laid bare this nightmare years ago, and now, with Trump in the Oval Office, the warnings are finally turning into action. Trump's taking a strategic approach to the fentanyl crisis, Peter explains, contrasting it with Biden's healthcare issue framing. This is a Chinese operation. The cartels are junior partners. Precursor chemicals flood from China, offloaded at the Chinese-run port of Manzanillo in Mexico. Then, 2,000 Chinese chemists in Mexico turn them into the deadly fentanyl cocktail. Cartels use Chinese pill presses to churn out fake oxy pills, killing Americans by the hundreds of thousands. Money laundering? They ditched Latin banks for state-owned Chinese ones. It's China's strategic hit on the U.S. Peter applauds Trump's tariffs. You're paying a price for poisoning our people. We're not retaliating in kind, but tariffs will bite as long as the flow continues. Under Biden, the wide-open border was a cartel's paradise. Fentanyl poured in unchecked for 4 years, claiming over 1 million lives. Trump's shut it down in months, reversing the tide and hitting the cartel's lifeblood, cash and supply chains. Imagine the panic in Sinaloa's hidden bunkers as Trump's drones circle and special forces close in. This is the reckoning America's been craving. To get the unfiltered view from the inside, we sat down with Margarito J. Flores Jr., a former Sinaloa Cartel kingpin who trafficked billions in cocaine before flipping to become the government's star witness against El Chapo. Masked and sunglasses on for safety. I'm in fear of persecution. My life's in danger after testifying against the deadliest cartel. Jay's transformation from criminal mastermind to informant is the stuff of movies. Testifying against El Chapo and Sinaloa put a target on my back forever, he says, noting his changed appearance is just one layer of protection. Jay praises Trump's offensive. It's like kickoff in football. Bombing that drug boat sends a clear message. The Trump administration's dead serious, no games. He recalls the vessel strike, 11 cartel members wiped out. Before, they'd get caught sometimes, but not blasted by jets. That's a massive deterrent. But Jay warns escalation is key. How high do we go? Drugs flood from Mexico to America, billions flow back. It's like swatting one gnat in a swarm. Cut the U.S. money supply first. It's a business. Drug prices at all-time lows signal ample supply, per Jay. The market's the indicator. More needs to be done. He believes Mexicans would welcome U.S. intervention. The people are fed up with these criminals terrorizing them. They'd cheer drones and special forces. Jay's story is a testament to Trump's strategy. Not just raids, but ecosystem destruction, from Chinese precursors to cartel finances. Under Biden, cartels maxed out on lax borders, but Trump's 6-month turnaround has them reeling, restarting the economy he turbocharged in Term 1. Picture the fear in cartel strongholds as Trump's forces advance. This is America fighting back, one strike at a time. The cartel's freakout is just the appetizer. Now let's pivot to the geopolitical tinderbox. The Russia-Ukraine war, dragging into its third year with Putin's largest drone barrage yet. Over 800 drones and missiles slamming Kyiv, killing an infant and torching government buildings in a blaze of black smoke. Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Ng, live from the Ukrainian capital, paints the horror. Russia's biggest air attack since the invasion, targeting cities like Kyiv, with 3 dead and 20 injured. The Cabinet of Ministers' offices, the first major government hit, spewed smoke across the skyline. Rescue crews dug through rubble for a buried man as debris choked the streets. Putin's escalation seems a desperate preemptive strike against Trump's looming sanctions if he doesn't negotiate peace soon. Trump, who met Putin in Alaska with fighter jets roaring overhead in a power flex, has vowed to end the war fast, but admits it's stickier than expected. Zelensky's a dirtbag. I respect Putin more, but this carnage, Russians, Ukrainians dying, must stop, I note. Expert input from the chairman, a foreign policy insider, underscores Russia's war chest. They're not isolated. China buys 20% of their oil and gas, hundreds of billions yearly. India surged from negligible to massive purchaser, and North Korea supplies troops. Russia, China, India, North Korea are waging war on Ukraine, Europe, and the US via cooperation. Trump's economic pressure avoids kinetics, but we must hit back doors. Putin's quick blitz turned quagmire, with hundreds of thousands dead. Zelensky's mineral deal flip and rudeness to Trump show his desperation to prolong for survival. Once it ends, he's toast. His people hate him, I observe. Trump's sanctions could choke Russia's cash, but full isolation, cutting financial systems, might be needed. We've seen presidents nibble with sanctions. Go all in, I urge. Energy independence via drill, baby, drill counters dependencies on China's minerals. The chairman agrees. No half measures. Weaken Russia totally. They chose this path. Make the world need a less powerful Russia. India and China's oil buys fund the slaughter. Trump's tariffs could starve Moscow. With US defensive aid but no troops, Trump balances without escalation. Putin thinks Ukraine's historically Russian. He wants more land, I say, recalling his Tucker interview. But economic pain might force talks. As Kyiv burns, the world watches. Will Trump's hammer end the bloodshed, or prolong it? Ideas brew. Drastic cash cuts to Moscow could be the key. Navigating sanctions is tricky, but thoroughness is crucial. Chop their financial lifelines to force the table. Putin's barrage amid threats shows desperation. Russia's bypassing bans via allies demands countermaneuvers. Pressure both sides if needed. Zelensky's heel-digging versus Putin's aggression. Trump's Alaska summit hinted progress, but escalation persists. We're not in the situation room, but social media and news suggest brainstorming, perhaps jeopardizing Russia's stability drastically, I speculate. No troops to Ukraine. Trump would have prevented the war altogether. Easier to stop before it starts. Biden's theft enabled this mess, I add. Zelensky's Besant flip and Trump rudeness highlight his agenda. If Russia's digging in, sanctions hit hard. Trump's decisions loom, sanctions or more. This tops his foreign policy. Economic warfare might clinch peace. Lives hang in the balance. Russians, Ukrainians suffering. It needs to end. Pressure both for talks, I emphasize. Putin's conviction Ukraine's Russian justifies grabs. But sanctions could humble him. The war's evolution, from blitz to grind, demands resolution. Trump's charisma might broker it, but pain's the catalyst. As rubble smolders in Kyiv, eyes on Trump. Will he deliver peace, or ignite more fire? Viewers, your thoughts below. What's the path to end this nightmare? From cartel bunkers to Kyiv's ruins, Trump's reshaping the globe, obliterating Sinaloa with strikes and tariffs. exposing China's fentanyl plot, and sanctioning Russia to force peace. Jay's insider view and Peter's analysis show the cartel swarm needs total assault, low drug prices signal unchecked supply, cut U.S. cash first. Mexicans crave help against terror. On Ukraine, Putin's 800-drone fury amid threat screams desperation. Allies like China and India fund the horror. Trump's full sanctions could isolate Moscow. No half measures. Weaken them economically. Zelensky's games and Putin's land grabs prolong agony. Pressure both. Trump's Alaska power play hints progress, but escalation demands drastic action. This is leadership. Defending Americans from poison and war. Thanks for joining Zone Media Network. I'm Griffin. Like, subscribe, comment your take. I love you all. See you next.